Well, hey there. I had this all set up on my computer, and the computer wouldn't work. So, at least I have my phone. It seems to be working. So, welcome to Saturday Morning Cartoons. I took a brief pause, and it was a healthy choice. There's been so many cartoons since the last cartoon. It's been really pretty amazing. Now I'm going to cover some of those cartoons today. So, I hope you're all doing well. It's a beautiful day to be alive. Really gorgeous, sunny, breezes blowing, grass is growing. And I'm coming to you live from Orintown Studios. Studio A. In the cozy comfort of the farm that I dwell. So, hi there. On the last cartoon I did, I was in the Blue Ridge Mountains. And I started that broadcast with a shout out to send love, light, healing energy to my friend Nancy, who wasn't feeling very well. She was down. And I'd been there holding space, loving her. Even drove her to get her herbal remedies that she prefers. And things got interesting. Really interesting. Nancy ended up in the hospital. And I ended up basically being escorted off her property. Yeah, I did. Now, I was there because we intended to have a retreat, which we talked about for a long time. And we were in preparation of that idea. But Nancy fell ill. And I did sort of as well. I was experiencing shortness of breath. It was interesting. Now, I'd been there before and I never had any issues. But this time, I was having shortness of breath, difficulty sleeping. It was interesting. I kept looking for environmental reasoning. What could it be? Could it have been airborne? Change of season. My COPD originated from mold. So I was looking for an environmental reasoning. Couldn't pinpoint it. Just couldn't pinpoint it. So things started getting more interesting after my last broadcast. My dear friend Nancy, who I really love and adore, wasn't doing very well. But I was holding space, honoring her in her process. She's a naturalist. She prefers her herbs, doesn't want to go to the doctors, hasn't for years, drinks her pee, and her daughter shows up. Her daughter lives up on the top of the hill. Now, I don't want to seem derogatory, but her daughter is a devout Christian. The only book she actually reads ever is the Bible. Only book she ever reads. So she shows up. And accusations started to fly. Insinuations, a real intent of will, and assumption. I was being actually bandblasted. It was curious. It was interesting. I was being treated like some evildoer, that I didn't care about Nancy. What kind of man am I that I don't just take charge and pick Nancy up and haul her off somewhere so the allopathics can monitor her condition? She had a temperature. Now, from my beliefs, from what I've learned, what I understand, if you have a fever, it's healthy. Your body is processing and has energy waiting to be released. Well, this is not viewed the same way by all people. Imagine that. So I'm being accused of ignoring all things considered. But what I was doing is holding space. Now, her daughter moved in that night. She was asking me all sorts of interesting ideas. Were you giving her some drugs? Were you, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no. She was medicating herself with her herbal remedies that she picked up from her